Tom Taylor and Trevor Hairsine bring their post-apocalyptic zombie series to an epic conclusion as our heroes battle threats on multiple fronts while trying to cure what is left of the world before the Amazos purge the entire planet. Tom Taylor writes a masterclass here on balancing not just only multiple plots, but multiple characters and their arcs. The fact that he was able to bring together several plot lines from the Amazo Purge to Jon's relic hunting to Trigon and the cure being distributed and tie them all together so seamlessly and in fun and exciting ways is such a feat. I thoroughly enjoyed the payoff to Jon's recent relic hunting arc and how every piece he collected was used and had a purpose. I think it's safe to say that Constantine is rivaling Batman in terms of prep time here. It also showed how much this Constantine has changed, since he will be willing to sacrifice himself to help save the world, even knowing he can't come back from it, which I was sure he was going to have some sort of last minute trick to escape that fate. I also like he has a little fanboyism over Superman as well, something which the Injustice Constantine also had, and I think it's pretty nice. The other plots all tying up were also equally fantastic, and I loved it all came back round to the promise Black Canary gave Oliver, also with Black Canary narrating the whole series, which was really quite fantastic. It's so great that a book that was filled with such misery, and for good reason, got to have a happy ending. Trevor Hairsine continues his fantastic visceral and gritty work here, selling the grim nature of the universe as well as the large-scale stakes that are involved in this final issue. I loved his fight scenes throughout this series, especially in this issue with Trigon versing Constantine. I thought just the scale he sold Trigon at and Jon as this little being attacking this giant was really damn cool. And being that it is a what-if scenario, we can have people being ripped in half and their guts flying everywhere and zombies being blown up and blood everywhere, which is really cool to see happen with these type of characters, which that usually doesn't happen with. DCEASED Dead Planet issue 7 ended the series on a hopeful and bright note, masterfully balancing multiple characters and plots and bringing them all together in a grand, explosive and bloody finale. If this is the end of the line, then it's a fantastic ending, but if there was to be more, I would be excited to see where this world goes after surviving the Dead Planet and the Anti-Life and Trigon and Amazos. I'm intrigued to see what would happen with these characters now that all of that is behind them. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. DCEASED Dead Planet issue 7 heads to Brisbane, Australia, where the swarm of Amazos cut through the city and its people as the Justice League arrive, battling the androids and destroying as many as they can. As in Paris, Phantom Stranger and Zatana confront Trigon, waiting for John Constantine to arrive, although Phantom Stranger isn't confident he will. Stranger confronts Trigon, who knows the man isn't meant to be choosing sides in these sorts of situations, but Stranger tells him he has. Superman and Batman meanwhile head to the Australian garden, and through the wasteland of corpses. Jon knows they could have saved all these people, but Damian knows the people inside the garden didn't know a cure existed. Suddenly, Jon is attacked by an Amazo, which tries to blast Damian with its eye beams. Superman manages to restrain the robot as Batman plants an EMP device on its head, electrocuting it and causing it to explode. Superman demands Penguin tell him where Professor Ivo is, but Oswald knows that won't stop the Amazos, since they planned for this long before the virus, always having a way to kill a Superman. He tells his guards to fire on the Superman, but his men don't, telling Oswald they won't be hurting Superman. Suddenly, Oswald and his loyal followers all begin to choke, falling over dead as above the garden, John Constantine uses Ragman's cloak to suck up their souls, as was his plan the entire time, seeing as the cloak feeds on corrupt souls and the garden was full of them. Superman confronts Jon, demanding to know what he's doing. Jon tells him that the souls will stay in the cloak until they have answered for their sins, something his old man would probably approve of since it's all about justice. Jon says he needs to deal with the doom out there, having it covered, telling Jon that he's going to take down a demon that will destroy the planet. Superman of course wants to help, but Jon says he's seen the future and knows if Superman does, he won't make it, so Superman doesn't need to worry about it. Superman says that Jon is a good man, but Constantine knows he definitely isn't, but it's nice to hear Superman say that. Inside the garden, Batman finds Ivo was killed by Penguin during a power struggle. trouble, meaning their plan to stop the Amazos with him just got harder. Damian tells John to stick to their plan and deliver the cure to Flash, but they'll take the Amazo head they destroyed with them. Superman talks with the former guards, thanking them for not firing on him, since it takes a hero to say no to people in power when they are wrong. Moments later, Batman and Superman arrive at Magnus Labs, approaching Cyborg for help with the Amazos, thinking that if they can work out how the Amazos transmit to one another, they can infect it with a virus and take them down. Batman knows that Cyborg is definitely over viruses by now, but this is their only option. Superman leaves the tech heads to it, knowing that they need to move fast to get ahead of the Amazos and cure everyone in their path to prevent them from being killed by the robots. He hopes Flash is ready to cure 2 billion people, and Flash is more than up for a race. Superman and the Flash take off, using their super speed to cure the people across the Earth. While out curing people, Superman spots something in Europe as Trigon stomps on Phantom Stranger. Constantine arrives, helping Zatana, who asks what he needs from her. John hands her the Spear of Destiny, telling her to look after it, and he needs her to tell him that he can do this. Zatana does, telling him to go and kick Trigon's ass as he confronts the demon. Trigon finds John's collected relics funny, knowing that he has an eternity of torment awaiting for him in hell. John is well aware, telling the demon to shut up as he uses Shazam's powers to smash the villain down into the ground. John unleashes the powers of all of the relics he has acquired, but it's not enough as Trigon slams him into the ground hard, saying he looked forward to making him pay for his tricks. Zatana rushes to John's aid, but it's too late as John Constantine dies. Elsewhere, Kendra's wings are ripped off and Big Barda is blasted in the back by the Amazos as the Flash arrives, finding he isn't moving fast enough. Batman and Cyborg work out the Amazo virus, infecting the head with it and knowing that there's a 30% chance the head will turn on and kill them, but Swamp Thing tells him to do it. The head is activated by Cyborg, and across the world, the Amazos all begin malfunctioning thanks to the virus, falling from the skies and going offline. Superman meanwhile confronts Trigon, telling him the demon will stop his massacre. Superman smashes into the villain, surprising Trigon with his strength, considering he thought he was just a mortal. Zatana meanwhile is met by Constantine's ghost, who finds Superman very impressive to watch. He confirms to Zatana he is indeed dead, which sucks, but this was all part of his plan and why he took Boston Brand's powers and all the magic he stole he's connected to still, which means he's the most powerful dead thing ever, and now he has the power to possess Trigon. He does so, and after a brief fight in the demon's mind, he takes over Trigon's body, shrinking in size and approaching Zatana for the Spear of Destiny. Getting the spear, John stabs it into Trigon's body and with it, kills the demon for good. Along with killing the demon, however, John's soul is now dead as well, and John says that with stabbing himself, he prevented his soul from going to hell, which means a bunch of demons will be very annoyed. He tells Zatana that he's going to miss all of this as he fades away into nothing. Flash meanwhile is stopped by the remaining heroes, who tell him to rest up as they take over, spreading the cure all over the Earth as Mera cures Tempest down in Atlantis, Cassie cures Hippolyta and all of Themyscira, and Superman returns to Smallville to cure Pa Kent, who notices John has aged quite a bit. Elsewhere, Oliver Queen is brought back to the land of the living by Dinah, who says that she made him a promise and she brought him and everyone else on Earth back.